I started working at East in 1982. Now, I guess, well, I was always involved as a coach and activities, but I guess I was involved, but not directly until 1985 when I became class advisor for the class of '89. Well, first of all, when I was activities coordinator, and for probably a few years after when CJ took over, the playoffs weren't like they are now. So every Thanksgiving, East played West. Every class would have their own float. About a week and a half before Thanksgiving, Springdale Farms would deliver flatbeds at one of our students' homes, each class. And then on Thanksgiving Day, we always had a parade. In the parade, each class had their own float, which we started decorating like a week before Thanksgiving. There was always a theme, and then we had activities leading up to that. One night we had tug of war. I have some pictures of that. So we'd come out and all the classes would have a tug of war in the cafeteria. Another night we had a dance contest. And classes got points for how many students from your class attended the dance. We had tricycle races where we had different obstacle courses, and the students rode tricycles and through obstacle courses. And every night was a different activity, and we maybe had 3 or 4 nights. And this was all leading, and at the same time, while all this was going on, people were at homes working on the floats.
Wow.
We even had problems back then. Like we stopped having pep rallies for a while, because when we would have pep rallies, and we'd say, okay, we're gonna have a pep rally like today from, the pep rally is gonna be last 2 periods, or like 1:15, and we would have all these activities planned. And the day we would have the pep rally, the students would be lined up outside the attendance office for early dismissal passes. I don't know, I just felt like, there was a lot less students involved than I thought should have been. But I didn't think there was any, I didn't know what we could do to change that. I don't think it was anything we did. I don't think it was, even the class trip. I don't know how many go now, but my last few years, we finally got it up to like 250 students going on the senior trip. But before that, we had one year when I was class advisor, class of '93, they canceled the trip because under 100 students wanted to go on it. So they decided to cancel it. I wasn't in charge of activities then. Well, again, I would say a good, 40% of them, 50%, close to half of the class. And again, when you're in a school, and I even saw this in private school, you're going to get some students that because of other activities or because of jobs, they're not going to get involved no matter what you do. Mm-hmm. And that's just the nature of it. Like this year was like children's shows. One year was music theme, it was music genres. And also when they got to pick, like when we had a theme, let's say it was, this year was children's shows. Mm-hmm. The seniors got to pick first, like, so that we didn't have repetition. The seniors got to pick first, what do you want, and then the juniors, and then sophomore, and then freshmen. And so that we didn't have repeat. I don't know, probably 2003. Well, I don't remember what the theme was, but we were very close. I mean, I taught a lot of those students in pre-calc honors as juniors. And then my wife and Miss Nick were class advisors for the class of 2003. And so we knew a lot of those students personally. I mean, some of my greatest experiences was the senior trip. When we went on the senior trip with the class of 2003, it rained 4 of the 5 days. some students went on the senior trip, and it was going to be fantastic no matter what happened, no matter what weather. I mean,